Welcome everyone. I'm Christian Brinkhoff. I'm a Principal Product Manager at the Windows Cloud Engineering team. Means Windows Cloud, Cloud PC, Windows 365, Copilot, AI, everything. So I will talk about all these products today and how they integrate with each other as well. And as well give you a sneak peek into the future of how devices, AI PCs, come to life as well. So I'm very happy to be here. I've been meeting some of you already at the Expo Hall or in the previous sessions I've been presenting. And I'm just grateful to have you all here and as well being here and as well celebrating this moment at this event together. Let's get started. So first of all, I'm excited to share that 60% of the Fortune 500 companies, the largest customers out there on the globe, are using Windows 365 today. And even more, 90% are even using Windows 365, Windows 11, and Copilot, which is a great thing. So maybe some of you are already using it. I want to thank you for the support and the help. If you have any feedback regarding the product, let us know, let me know after this session. We really want to make it as best possible. So let's do a quick level set before we start. What we have been hearing from Gartner, and Gartner is the leading analyst in the industry, right? Everybody knows Gartner. They predict that 95% of new initiatives in 2025 will be cloud native. So more and more customers move to cloud. Cloud SaaS, cloud native, Entra ID, Windows 365, all these services, right? Intune Suite, everything to manage a PC in the cloud or a physical PC. More and more customers acknowledge that digital transformation coming from COVID has been rather complex to stitch all these solutions together to make remote working possible and security and everything to all consolidate. And we see Intune being the accelerator, the unified management platform for that, as well as Microsoft 365, Copilot, and as well as SharePoint and OneDrive and other things you learned today with Teams coming together as one end-to-end solution. 39% of the global knowledge workers will work in hybrid environments. This probably resonates with all of you. You have customers, or you are a customer, you have colleagues, you have users that work remotely, or they work at the office, or a combination of each. So remote working is here to stay, meaning hybrid. So hybrid working at the office as well remotely is really something that we see and embrace inside Microsoft, of course, too. I'm having a physical desk in Redmond at Building 83, but I'm only coming in for like 2 days. Sometimes I'm even not coming the whole week, like just this week as I've been at the conference, of course. 45% of all IT spend will be spent on cloud by 2026. So more and more, of course, in relationship to the first one, we'll be going to cloud, either hybrid or full cloud. So great acknowledgement as well as the journey and the things that you learned during this conference to help you to build that knowledge and expertise to get eventually in that world of AI and Copilot, as 71% of companies already say that they are using some kind of an AI kind of integration or plugin or Copilot, either in Teams or in Windows or in the web browser and all these things all around. So great to see this acknowledgement from Gartner, but of course you as a customer are defining all these numbers and the journey here. So thanks for the support, and as well we listen to all of you if the product is not aligning with your needs to improve that over time. I'm also super excited to share that we, as part of Windows 365 and Azure for Desktop as well, have been called as a leader by Gartner in the Magic Quadrant for Desktop as a Service, meaning Windows 365, and we'll talk about it in just a bit, really as the transformation of Windows 11 moving to the cloud, being acknowledged as this is like a Microsoft service that is really changing the way how things are working with cloud computing and Windows coming together with AI. And that really differentiates us from the other partners that you see here as well. And we are just very proud of that because Windows 365 has only been available for 2.5 years in GA. That was kind of the moment I moved to Redmond with my family as well. What you see here is two things I want to explain. The completeness of vision and ability to execute are the two rules why you end up in that leading position in the right-hand corner. So we have been presenting the completeness of vision, the vision of our 5-year roadmap to Gartner in Redmond. It was last year in April. And the ability to execute is like, what have we delivered based on your feedback? What do customers need? Is the product working as expected? And all these things. Completeness of vision is, of course, hey, where's the market going to? Are you having the features that customers are asking for in the next 5 years? So great to hear. Both sides is good on the Windows 365 side. And the other thing is, what is the reason is the integration with Windows, Intune, Azure, Microsoft 365, Copilot, and everything all around. So just very proud of that, and know that this is, of course, a huge acknowledgement by Gartner saying that this product is really changing the way how you work with Windows and bringing cloud together with Windows to change the boundaries that you have been experiencing over the last 30 to 40 years on Windows, where hardware is your physical boundary of the performance you get as part of Windows. So taking a quick step back, we announced Windows 365 roughly 3 years ago. It was during Inspire. Inspire was happening in July, and we released the product in August in GA almost 3 years ago. During that release, we really positioned, as part of the vision, Windows 365 as being the future of Windows. The future of Windows is cloud connected. The future of Windows is about streaming, and as well other services, cloud services coming together, just like Teams, for example. You use Teams on a daily basis, most likely, and you can install the Teams client on any device you have to get a cross-platform Teams experience with like blur effects or emotions and all these things. But it's very simple to just install that app and just kind of connect to your tenant and use Teams from there, right? That's exactly how you should see Windows as well, moving and creating that evolution of Windows, moving Windows to the cloud. So with Windows 365, we started that journey 3 years ago, and we were pretty well along, and I will show you some of those game-changing experiences in just a bit. But one thing I want to call out first is that Windows 365 is introducing a cloud PC, and a cloud PC is the reflection of the PC you use every day that is sitting on your desk here in front of you or in your bag. Meaning that that PC that you're familiar with is now moving to the cloud. So the familiar experiences that you have to either manage that physical PC or use and connect to that physical PC locally should also translate to the cloud with the same principles in mind. Create that local experience, that management experience that you are familiar with to managing your physical PC as well. That's exactly what Windows 365 is all about. And that uppercase PC really means something. It all started with Bill Gates and Paul Allen roughly 40 years ago. We are celebrating our 50-year anniversary of Microsoft next year, which is a pretty big deal. And it's all started with a computer on every desk in every home. A cloud PC is a reflection of that PC on every desk in every home. And I'm excited to share everything all around regarding Windows 365. And I said that we will have some fun, right? So this was a little serious. Let's have some fun again. So I asked ChatGPT to explain what is Windows 365, because that's just easy, right? And I asked as well, hey, let's just write a poem about Windows 365, because that's just fun, right? So it's kind of funny that it all just works and it just types it in and it pulls all the data from different resources on the internet to make this happen. But what if I would take this text, and Clipchamp supports voices, text to voice, if you probably remember. I did a little bit of a hacky thing just for the fun. I changed it in the voice of a famous celebrity, Morgan Freeman. So let's roll it.
Windows 365, a cloud-based solution for all your computing needs. It's the perfect resolution. No more hardware upgrades or software updates to install. Just log in and get to work. It's that simple. That's all. With Windows 365, you can work from anywhere, on any device you choose. It's computing without a care. So if you're looking for a solution that's easy and hassle-free, Windows 365 is the answer. It's the perfect choice for you and me.
Well, applause for our special guest. I want to make a quick remark here. This is not supported in Copilot nor anything in the future probably. It will be, of course, supported in Clipchamp to do natural voices. But just for fun today, I think this is just a good reflection on what AI can achieve for us in the future. You probably have seen Sora as well coming from OpenAI that can create videos that feel real just based on AI. And it's really amazing that we just tipped the top of the iceberg of what AI can mean for us as an end user as well as an IT admin. So with Windows 365, we really bring all the assets that you're familiar with on a physical PC to the cloud. So think about your storage content, the data, the apps, the compute settings, as well as OneDrive and all these other things that you use on a daily basis in that cloud PC without the complexity to configure that all yourself. So it's just a flip of a switch, you enable it, and you're good to go. We have two versions of Windows 365. We have Windows 365 Enterprise, which is our enterprise product for like everything above 300 users and higher. So think about like probably your company that is higher than, or the license count is higher than 300, and definitely take a look at Enterprise. We have a business product as well, which I'm not going to talk about today, that offers cloud PCs for lower than 300 licenses. It's a full PC in the cloud. It's dedicated, so it's 24/7 available, always for you. So if you travel and you work on something, you can just close your session and then go from your other device or your Windows device and connect and start the PC exactly where you left off. It's persistent, meaning that it's personal, so everybody that logs onto a cloud PC gets a personal experience, just like your laptop as well. It feels exactly the same. If you have the permissions, you can install applications, change your desktop wallpaper, all these things, and every time you log in, it goes back to that same experience. It supports that cross-platform as well, so just like I said with Teams, we support as well our Windows app on like Android soon, but as well on Mac today, iPadOS, Windows, of course, the web browser, and we are working with partners to do Linux as well. Everything is deployable and managed via Microsoft Intune, so you can deploy the whole cloud PC end-to-end experience as well as the management experience via Intune. If you're familiar with Intune, I bet you can provision a cloud PC. If you're familiar with VDI, you need to learn a little bit about Intune, but it's very easy to learn. And then you can spin up a cloud PC. And maybe you can already do it without that expertise as well. We really see that Intune is the management platform of the future for you as an IT admin to manage your Windows PCs, Windows 11, of course Windows 10 as well as Windows 365, as well as other devices like Mac and as well Android and as well Linux these days that can be securely managed and configured with conditional access via Microsoft Intune. And then Frontline. Frontline is our other product that is a reflection of the enterprise product that can do license sharing. So imagine you have a shift worker scenario where you have in the morning a shift and in the afternoon a shift. You don't want to pay like 2 licenses for those 2 users if they don't work exactly the same hours. So that's Windows 365 Frontline. So with that, we created a license that gives you access to 3 provisioned cloud PCs, but only one can be active as part of the session, meaning that if you provision a Frontline cloud PC and you have 1 license and you provision 3, that you can only have 1 current session active, but the other 3, or the other 2, I must say, are still that personal cloud PC. Once that shift is over, that user makes that license available again, that other user can log in and the same data, apps, and everything will be there. What we introduced 2 weeks ago is that imagine you have like 100 licenses. You can have 300 cloud PCs, 100 active sessions. What if you have like that 101 or 102 user that's just like working a little longer and you're like running out of your count? Like what are we doing there? So we implemented a grace period feature, so you can now go over with 10% of your licenses without additional cost to just avoid that those users like hit a brick wall or something, like hey, you cannot log in, and you want to, of course, ensure the productivity. So great feature, and really a good combination between, like, sometimes you maybe want to go enterprise and Frontline as well for some of the combinations you have in your environment. What I'm hearing, and I just came out of a different presentation, I'm hearing a lot from customers, hey, Azure Virtual Desktop, you have that product, it's out there for 5 years, now you have Windows 365. What are the differences? Like, help me there. Help me explain what the differences are. So this slide really helps with that. Not everything, but it gives you a good kind of high-level feeling. So Windows 365 is SaaS. It's a software as a service solution. Just like Exchange Online, Office 365, Teams, it's all baked into a subscription that we manage and host for you. So we spin up the VMs, we spin up the subscriptions, we do everything on the background for you, and as well the regional scalability, the capacity, etc. Azure Virtual Desktop is built for flexibility. It's a platform as a service solution that gives you the flexibility to configure Azure services and other things all together to make it your own personal kind of VDI, cloud VDI solution. So if you're in the need of configuring things differently as Windows 365 doesn't support, you can also start with a combination between the two and then move later to Windows 365 as that more SaaS-based solution. If you're like, compare this to journeys like Office to Office 365 or Exchange on premises to Exchange Online or even Link Server or Skype for Business Server to Teams, right? I'm betting that some of you might have some experience with that. You see this kind of as a similar kind of evolution. So AVD is great, it's an awesome solution. I've been part of the product team as well, but Windows 365 is this evolution of AVD, but as well Windows. You should see Windows 365 being more and more positioned as like the evolution of Windows, moving Windows to the cloud. So definitely don't compare Windows 365 as an VDI solution. It's a Windows as well as VDI modernization solution for you as a customer. I already explained some of these components, but important to remember is that Windows 365 requires only Intune expertise. So your existing person that does like Intune management as CCM, config manager can also do Windows 365. AVD requires VDI expertise as well as Azure expertise. So to spin up an AVD environment, you need an Azure infrastructure engineer, you need a networking engineer, you need an identity person as well, all together to kind of make that like a solution in your environment. With Windows 365, you can just do it as that modern desktop administrator in your company. Everything is SaaS-based, as I said before. Windows 365 is per user per month, so it's very predictable. It gives you that performance and experience, part of the SKUs we support. AVD is consumption-based, so you need to build your own environment and scale it and combine and test and benchmark it and all these things, right? That gives some flexibility and for some as well reduce cost, but not always on the long term, so be as well aware of that. Last but not least, the end user. As I said, the cloud PC is a reflection of a physical PC, and that generates the need for end user experiences that feel like local for the end user, meaning that the user should feel comfortable with connecting to a cloud PC if that user comes from a Windows PC. So we created new experiences to boot straight into a cloud PC from the Windows 11 logon screen, for example, called Windows 365 Boot. And I have a demo for you showcasing that from the new AI PCs that we just released. The other thing is end users should be feeling, hey, I know where I connect to, but IT admins as well, and that's why we implemented that support in Microsoft Intune to completely end-to-end deploy cloud PCs. Just a quick recap, we have lots of customers, lots of references, but Crocs is one of them. I'm not sure who's wearing Crocs on the beach or at the hotel here, but Crocs is one of our latest customers that is very happy with Windows 365 as they are expanding their workforce across the globe and do acquisitions and like expand their business, and they just want to have like something that just like fast like creates new environments, new PCs for them without shipping that physical hardware and the boundaries, and just take it back, do it for somebody else. Just a great example. We have as well banks like ING and Germany. You have lots of banks using it. The major banks in the US are kicking the tires with Windows 365 now too. That all use it as well for sustainability benefits as you leverage the sustainability from Azure as well as part of the move from on-prem to cloud. And we see sustainability more and more being one of those key enablers for businesses to move to the cloud, because it leverages everything we do as part of Microsoft, as part of sustainability goals that you have as well, as an extra benefit in moving to the cloud. So a quick roadmap slide. I'm not gonna go super deep in all these, but here are some of the latest new features of Windows 365 we released based on your feedback to us at Ignite and other conferences as well. So what you see here are a couple of things I wanna call out. We just released the AI Recommender. In Intune, we released a new AI plugin that you can use to check the performance of the end user proactively. So we measure the CPU RAM utilization of the user, and you will see if the license is too low or too high in Intune, and then you can do a resize automated as well to ensure that that user has the proper productivity and end user experience. And that's just an example of what AI can do for us to guarantee a better productivity for our end users. We just released support for HP as well, HP Anywhere. So if you're using Teradici in your environment, they acquired that and built a new offering. So you can leverage the benefits of Windows 365 plus as well HP Anywhere. And we have similar partnerships with Citrix and VMware as well. So take a look at that because those partners can help you maybe joining the journey to Windows 365 faster with the same platform layer of SaaS in between. GPU SKUs are now supported. Single sign-on is now supported in GA. What we also support is something called forensic analysis support, like e-discovery, how you probably remember it best in like Exchange Online. So we can take a snapshot of somebody's cloud PC for forensic analysis as well, baked into the service. So if you're like in the finance sector, in the compliance kind of regulated space, like government space, it's sometimes required that you take a snapshot and do forensic analysis with what's going on in that cloud PC. That's in Intune supported today, and you can block access to the cloud PC as well, or have the access open while you do the investigation on the background. So very cool feature. Last but not least, from this list, screen capture protection, watermarking is now in GA, so you can watermark your session, all these things, great stuff. But on the last part there, on the right-hand side is the Windows app. The Windows app is our new app that consolidates all the apps that you have been using in the past into one single app. So AVD, Win365, RDS, as well as server remoting, all these things in one app with the same UI, and you see it on the right side there. It's really cool, because we go from 16 apps to one app per platform to manage. And we have, this is even old even, we have 4 million active users right now, across all platforms right now for a preview, which is amazing. So lots of customers acknowledging the simplicity and the usage of this app. And just coming back to that Teams analogy, see this app, cross-platform, being the Teams equivalent to get to your Windows PC in the future. So let me show you real quick how the Windows app works. So here you see the Windows app. You see my AVD desktop, you see my cloud PC in here, you see my specs. You see as well that I can switch in between very easily. You see that I have remote apps underneath as well. So you can as well publish remote apps in there. You can as well restart your cloud PC or inspect your connection, rename, restore to a previous point in time. Enable new features like Windows 365 Switch, which I'm going to show you in a bit. But as well, configure your display settings and all these things. So this is all great stuff. But for Windows, we recommend you to probably use the Windows 365 boot feature to go straight into your cloud PC, or the switch feature as well, which I'm going to show you in just a bit. So when I'm clicking on Connect, you see that I'm directly connected to my cloud PC. This is just Windows 11. Copilot is working in my cloud PC, so it's on the latest version. You can use Copilot. It's just great, and you can do it on every device as well. So if you have like a device, like a tablet that doesn't have Copilot, you can connect to your Windows 365 environment, and then eventually get to Copilot too. So I also want to welcome everyone, just formally, in the new world of AI and productivity, because AI will change our lives completely, as well as an end user, as well as an IT admin. And we only have seen, as I said before, the tip of the iceberg of those experiences as part of M365, but in Windows, you will see more and more AI experiences coming along. And as I just said before, Sora, this is just an example of videos that are generated by AI. Look at this. This is just amazing. Like, I would not probably, with like knowing this, know that this is like fake, right? This is AI, and it's a little scary, of course, too. But within Microsoft, we will not like do anything that is like non-human in terms of the sensitivity of any changes here. But just what I want to get at is that this is just amazing. Like, imagine you can create a video for like online content creation just with like AI without doing the whole investment in creating these components. So we released a couple of things in the last couple of months. First of all, we released new AI PCs coming from Surface, the Pro 10 and the Surface Laptop 6, that have the new Copilot button, as well as OEMs that have new AI PCs. Lenovo, Dell, HP, all these partners will get into the AI PC and as well embrace the way of how AI PCs work with Copilot, MPUs, and as well with the Copilot button. But don't think that this is where we stop. This is just the beginning of starting and rolling a new class of devices and bring streaming and all these other experiences together. So let me show you the new AI PCs coming from Microsoft Surface in a quick video.
The all-new Microsoft Surface Pro 10 and the latest Surface Laptop 6 are versatile AI PCs built for business. In fact, with the new Microsoft Copilot key, you get quick access to Copilot experiences so you can work smarter, be more productive, and boost your creativity. Both are powered by the latest Intel Core Ultra processors with integrated CPU and GPU, as well as a neural processing unit, or NPU, for delivering AI experiences. Security continues as a primary focus. These are secured core PCs with chip-to-cloud security, helping ensure protections span the device, your identity, and your data.
So pretty cool. NPUs will come more to your devices and will change how devices communicate with CPU, GPU, where the NPU will be used for AI workloads and offloading. And we'll introduce new battery life duration capabilities that will be game-changing to the battery life that you have been using today. So what I will say here is that wait for Build. Build is starting this month, later this month. I'm not sure if you will attend that event, but be prepared for the evolution coming more and more to you during that event as well. One thing we did as well in this new AI PC is bring the Windows app inside the Start menu, inbox inside Windows 11. So if you purchase this new device and you open the Start menu, you will see Windows app in the Start menu available for you. So it makes it easier to get productive, having the app already pre-baked into the operating system. And we are also considering making this part of Windows 11 all up as well in the future. So remember that I talked about those like local experiences, bringing Windows in the cloud together with your device and create an experience for the end user that is familiar, that the user does every day when the user connects to a PC running Windows 11, just a local PC. So we built a new feature called Windows 365 Boot that boots straight into a cloud PC from the Windows 11 login screen with Windows Hello, or with a YubiKey for passwordless authentication, or username and password, or other things that you're familiar with. And then connect straight to a cloud PC with the same experience as Windows 11 gives you as well. So in this video, I will show you how the new AI PC, the Surface Pro 10, works with an NFC reader in the corner to go straight into your cloud PC from your Windows PC.
Here on the corner of my device, add in my PIN for two-factor authentication. And with Windows 365 Boot, in a couple seconds, you can see that we're signing into my cloud PC. Once I've logged in, we can see my full desktop on my Windows 365 cloud PC that's persistent and always ready for me. Everything's exactly where I left off, with my videos playing, my Teams chats, and everything else I had open. Now imagine I'm back at my desk, and I need to jump to my laptop. Luckily, there are multiple ways to access my Windows 365 Cloud PC. On this laptop, I have my Windows app open. As soon as I connect to my Cloud PC, it ensures that I'm logged out of the device I was using before, and instantly I'm up and running exactly where I left off. This is the magic of having incredible Surface devices when using Windows 365.
Well, this is pretty cool, because if you're thinking about like the power of the cloud coming together to the power of Windows, you will remove the boundaries of the hardware on that physical PC and move that to the cloud. And this is just the starting point. With Windows 365 Boot, we bring this boot experience to any Windows 11 device that you have. So if you support Windows 11 on your device, you can go in Intune and deploy this experience today, right now. And we just integrated the new Windows Hello setting, or Windows Hello integration, like the identity integrated experience in there as well. But as well company branding. So if you have a shared device, like a kiosk device or something like that, and you want to use cloud PCs, you can as well brand your device and then have username password popping up every time the next worker logs in. And then maybe combine it with the frontline product as well for you. What we also support is new Windows settings integration. So if you're in your cloud PC and you use boot or you use switch, which I'm going to talk about next, you can open Windows settings and then you can open the local settings of your local PC inside your Windows settings menu, inside your cloud PC, just to make it easier to manage and configure your device from within the virtual as well. The other one I'm very excited about is the switch feature, which I have been the PM for as well, working with the Windows team, where you can do a more hybrid integrated experience, meaning inside Windows 11, like imagine you're like a contractor, and you have bring your own device, and you get a cloud PC from your customer that you are contracted by. And you want to switch between your local and your cloud PC, because your local PC has your own apps, your own stuff, and maybe you're contracted by another customer as well. But you want to have like that swiping experience that just switch between your local and your cloud PC to do like other stuff, like your CRM application, or you have another app that you only can access inside that cloud PC as that secure bubble for that business. Then Switch is a great experience, as Switch integrates inside the Windows 11 task view. I think everybody knows the task view. The task view sits next to the search button. You click on it and you can create local desktops, like that plus icon can create local desktops. Previously, when I was young, I'm still young, by the way, but when I was at a school and we played Halo secretly, or another game like Doom or whatever, we had that feature to just instantly swipe it off the screen so the teacher could not see that you were gaming, right? Like doing the LAN games while you were on school. You probably remember that. This feature is kind of using that same experience, that feeling, but then with a local and a cloud PC. So pretty cool. So let me show you how it works. So what you see here is a Windows 11 PC. And on this Windows 11 PC, you see that task view button, that black with like white kind of squarish icon next to the search kind of area, the text field where you can type in. And then when you click on that, you see on the right side a Windows 365 logo, the cloud PC. When I'm clicking on that, in a snap, I'm switching to my cloud PC. So as a contractor, I can now use my apps and my data and everything in that secure cloud PC as well. When I'm done and want to switch back, you go again in the task view and then switch to your local PC. And then you're back in your local own like environment. You can do some things that you normally do on that PC. And if you want to go back, you can also go with different ways, like swiping on the screen. I'm not sure if you would do this, but you can. You can do 4 fingers, go left and right. You can do like the touchpad as well as the control Windows key and the arrows left and right as well. So very convenient to switch between local and cloud as that contractor, but could be as well you just as an information worker that just want to have a local PC for travel purposes and things like that. Know that we are also working on offline mode. So offline mode means if you're traveling and you have a cloud PC, that you can also remain using your cloud PC when you no longer have an internet connection. Like if you're in a train, going to a tunnel or a plane or whatsoever, we are working on that as well. The other demo that I would like to show is something called the Enhanced Windows 365 Experience on Android. We partnered with Lenovo, and the Lenovo ThinkPhone is laying here on the desk, to integrate Windows 365 and other Microsoft Cloud services like Microsoft 365 services inside the Android phone that they deliver, and make a streaming experience possible from a phone. So imagine you can dock your phone in a USB-C to HDMI cable and then pop it up on the screen. So let me roll the video and show you how that works. So here you see the Lenovo ThinkPhone. It's a reflection of the ThinkPad, so it has the same red button on the side. And then you can see that on the screen, you see a Windows 365 logo. And then when you click on that, it automatically detects, based on the device that is Entra ID joined, which my cloud PCs are. So you see I have 2, and then I can click on that, like tap on that with my finger, and then it goes straight into my cloud PC from my phone with single sign-on, Bluetooth keyboard and mouse, and it can potentially replace your PC as well, just in your back pocket, always available. If you have 2 cloud PCs, you can also make one favorite, and then when you do the docking, like USB-C kind of connection docking, it goes straight into a cloud PC when you dock. So it's faster when you have like a physical docking. You dock your phone in, you're like a shop floor worker, shift worker, and then go straight into your cloud PC then as well. And I really think that this is just an example of how we within Microsoft, see the future of your device. It could be a phone, it could be a laptop, it could be a desktop PC, it could be another form factor, it could be a TV, as with LG, we signed a partnership to bring the Windows app inside your LG TV. So if you have an LG TV from 2023 or newer, you can open the Office app in there, and then you will see Windows 365. And that's just an example of what you will see more and more. Imagine like a VR glass that you can use, and then in that VR experience, you can connect to your cloud PC. And that's just where I see this direction is going, where the Windows 365 PC, cloud PC, is delivering you the PC experience you're familiar with from any device, whether it's a glass, it's a phone, it's a TV, it's a desktop, it's a laptop, doesn't matter. One thing I want to highlight as well is we have Intune Suite support. So Intune Suite is our new suite for Intune features. So think about enhanced experiences for security. So we have enterprise privilege management now in support, meaning that if you are in the need for giving your user local administrator rights to install something, that's a security breach leak potential, right? With EPM, you can remove all these local permissions and then have EPM in Intune approving installment permissions for installing Office, for example, or company apps and things like that. Very good way to deliver on the zero trust like security level kind of principle with a cloud PC and as well with Intune Suite. So let me show you a quick video on how that works.
Is I've configured a rule in my organization that allows Office setup to elevate. I just got to make sure this device is getting that rule. And this is the foundation of EPM. EPM allows you to configure the type of elevation. Do I want user confirmed or automatic? It allows you to configure what the end user needs to do before that elevation is allowed to happen. And then it gives you some guardrails to put up around the app to say, I only want apps that are named this certain app or reside in this path or are signed by a certain certificate provider or maybe have file hash version, any file metadata that you could allow. So in this scenario, I go back to my remote help session. And when I'm here, I can either direct the end user, have them do it, or I can request full control, which I have in this session. I'm able to just right click on the app and hit run with elevated access. And then remember back in my rule, it says, hey, let's launch this, but let's require business justification. So I'm going to say install Office and just hit continue. And what you'll see from this point forward is Office starts installing on the device. The end user doesn't need admin privileges. They're running as standard user. And this pattern can really work for any app that's inside of your organization. We use Office as an example here, but maybe there's developer tools or other things you need to install. You can create rules and deploy those rules out to different devices to allow your end users to launch what they need to launch as standard user.
So pretty cool, and this is all working for physical PCs as well. So it avoids you to give like those elevated permissions like local administrator rights to just make it more secure. And you also see this bar on top, that's remote help. So then creates an enhanced support kind of tool feature for you that is also included in the Intune Suite to kind of remote help a customer or a user to kind of troubleshoot things and do things like that that you're familiar with, maybe with existing tools like maybe TeamViewer and such that you can also do with remote help. The other integration we did, which I alluded to during the roadmap slide, is the AI recommender, bringing AI into the Cloud PC management UI in the endpoint analytics solution in Intune to monitor those cloud PCs and physical PCs and all these things all together. And what we did here is that we integrated with AI a new set of features that allows you to see, hey, how many cloud PCs are right-sized or are not right-sized, so undersized or oversized or right-sized, of course, as well. So you can see in this new experience, let me show it to you, like how many cloud PC usage is happening, but as well how many of the resources are underutilized, and if that's like CPU or RAM based. So sometimes it's CPU too low, sometimes it's CPU too high, sometimes it's RAM too high, RAM too low. And we are thinking about GPU and maybe AI in the future as well. Who knows? So a very important feature to really sit in that kind of digital employee experience, like making that productivity of the end user the best possible and consistent as well. We released new GPU SKUs, so you can now use GPU SKUs inside Windows 365, meaning that if you have a graphical need for workloads like AutoCAD Revit, like Photoshop, 3D rendering, like video editing, all these things are now supported in Windows 365 in public preview, and we are soon moving to GA as well. Let me show you how that performance goes, because I get a lot of questions from people. How is RDP, like the remote desktop protocol that Microsoft is building and using, how is that performing these days? And as you can see, it works pretty good. This is Adobe Premiere 3D rendering application for editing like videos. It all goes pretty smooth, just like in a local environment. But one thing I want to highlight here is that we were able, based on RDP and GPU SKUs, to achieve a frames per second rate of like 200, meaning that for gaming, it's normally like 60 frames per second or something. We achieved, and you can see it in the right-hand corner, almost like 200x frames per second. So pretty cool, very fast, and expect more of these enhancements coming, where we combine things from Teams and xCloud as well to make the protocol that we have in Windows 365 and AVD as well really a first-class citizen in this market. So, nearing the end of this presentation, a couple more things. So watermarking, screen capture protection, now supported in Windows 365 AVD. It's in GA, so you can use this right now, also in Intune, easy to configure, based on Entra ID, very easy to do on a group basis, that is just like needs to be more securely configured, and all these things is all baked into to the service. The other thing I already explained, partly, but that's the forensic analysis feature. You see a screenshot here. You can take forensic analysis, take a copy of that cloud PC, and then do forensic analysis of that. You can block access while you're doing that as well, or you just allow it and take that snapshot, and then mount that VHD to your Windows PC or your management PC, and then you just look into the data and then see what's going on. But you can also boot even like an Hyper-V VM out of that copy if you want to really boot that PC up and see what's going on in there. So I highlighted already sustainability. Sustainability is more and more important today for everyone, either when you're a consumer or you're a business. And we know that, and Windows 365 gives you that reduced emission benefit already as we are leveraging the Azure cloud, and we leverage the Azure benefits of becoming eventually carbon neutral in 2030 as one of our emission goals. We also have a new offering that I want to highlight here. If you're moving to Windows 11, and you might need more time because you're on a Windows 10 PC that cannot upgrade to Windows 11 because of TPM, or your CPU is not supported, or things like that, we want to give you 3 more years extended security updates with Windows 365 included in the license. So that means that if you're using a Windows 10 PC and you want to keep using that Windows 10 PC for like 3 more years and then move to like Windows 365 and maybe use Windows 11 from Windows 365 streamed on that Windows 10 device, and then slowly replace that device by a new AI PC or maybe a new device that will come up in the future, Windows 365 helps you there without additional cost. So the cost for extended security updates for Windows 10 will be $61 for the first year, and then it doubles the second, and it doubles based on the second year again for the third. So you can save like $400 while using Windows 365 for those specific devices as well. So know about that. This is coming, of course, before October 25. Just want to highlight that as this can help you within that sustainability journey as well, and reusing those devices for a longer time span or things like that. I hope everything was inspirational, but I want to leave you with one more thing. Of course, I cannot talk about everything what we're doing within Microsoft. I always try to explain things in a way that you can correlate kind of between the lines what the vision is. So imagine the future of Windows with access and scalability computing from the cloud, demand with the power and enlightened experiences coming from AI, and as well new devices, innovative devices that bring AI, cloud, as well as hardware together as one, as the future of Windows. So imagine what the future will be coming up with AI PCs, Windows 365, as well as MPUs. Because we are uniquely positioned to bring cloud and client computing with AI to you as a customer. So with that, I would like to thank you for being here. Enjoy the keynote.